Well, hello YouTube, Eddie from Keystone Productions back with another diecast showcase, and this is a special throwback diecast showcase on Jeff Gordon's 2011 Drive to End Hunger AARP Chevrolet Impala. Now, without further ado, let's roll the intro and take a look at this older NASCAR diecast. Well, once again, I'm back with another diecast showcase, and I'm not only going to be doing Hot Wheels diecast showcase. As you might have remembered, back in December of 2015, I did a double diecast showcase on a Jeff Gordon diecast and an Auto World diecast. Now I just released one yesterday on a Hot Wheels car, and I'm back again with a NASCAR car. This time it's on my favorite Jeff Gordon Drive to End Hunger paint scheme, and because it's an older car, I thought I'd try out an app I just downloaded. It is a camcorder VCR style tape camera effect, and I think it's kind of suitable. Now, I may or may not do the entire video in this camera. We'll have to see about that. But I just thought I'd experiment with this and see how it goes. So without further ado, let's get on with this diecast showcase. Now, here's a quick look at the car in the packaging. As you can see, it is typical Lionel packaging with the information sticker and a clear visibility of the sides and top of the diecast with a NASCAR hologram and action racing collectibles on the top. The boxes in 2011 were primarily team oriented, so here are the 4 numbers of the Hendrick cars, and on the bottom is all the copyright information as well as licensing and other fun stuff like that. Now, as you may or may not be able to tell, the box is pretty weathered from me opening this up so many times, so we're going to add some more damage to it and open it up yet again. Now, Lionel boxes are kind of tricky to open because they kind of tear easily if you open them too roughly. Now, you have the cardboard flap that opens up, and then you have another plastic box inside, and then you have flaps on that, and then you have another plastic thing that holds the car in place, and then you can finally get at the diecast. So once you got all that packaging mess out of the way, you finally get to look at the car, and here it is. Pretty nice car. Here's a quick look at it in my hands. Now I'm going to lower the camera and show you in closer detail all the detail on this car. And here is the car. As you can see, there's quite a bit of detail. First, let's go over the paint scheme. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit because there we go. I'm a bit too far in. Let's go over the paint scheme. As you may or may not be able to tell, this is a 3-color paint scheme. This is a maroon, and then a silver stripe, and then black along the back. And about halfway down the side of the car, the maroon starts to gradient into black, and that's part of the reason why I love this car so much. Now, down the very center of the car is maroon, but as you near the side or get close to the silver stripe, all the way down the side of the car, the maroon does start to gradient into black, which is really nice. It's got a neon yellow splitter and a silver spoiler. I don't know if the silver spoiler ever ran. I think it was always black, but I do really like the silver spoiler on the diecast. Now let's go over some of the manufacturer details. This was back with the Gen 5 car, so not a whole lot of details. Lionel used one generic mold for all the different manufacturers, so there's no indents on the hood or whatever, just the stickers that represent the Chevrolet Impala, the grille and the headlights, as well as the fog lamps down there, and the taillights on the back. So little to no detailing in terms of manufacture. But sponsor-wise, well, NASCAR has a lot of those, so we have Drive to End Hunger and AARP on the hood, a lot of the typical contingencies, which I'll zoom in on later, and then we have AARP and Drive to End Hunger again, as well as Pepsi Max and DuPont. Now, if that's not a throwback for you, I don't know what is. Also, Quaker State on the seat post, and then also another detail that has since gone by the wayside is numbers and sponsors in the head and tail lights. 24 in the right side lights, Quaker State on the tail light, And nestled in there is Hendrick Motorsports. I'll zoom in on that at the same time when I do all these small sponsors. In 2011, at the time, you could text HUNGER to 50555 to donate some sum of money, and then more sponsorship for AARP. Another notable thing about the cars in this time period is that the door numbers were huge. If you take a look at a stock car this day and age, the door numbers are pretty small. I don't have one readily available, so I can't compare it to anything, but the door numbers are pretty big on the 2011 models. Now let's zoom in on all the smaller sponsors that will not get an individual mention because they're not really that important. Some of them do not even exist on the cars anymore. Here's a look at the front fender, Goodyear, and all the others around there. As you may or may not be able to see, Hendrick Motorsports is there in the headlight, and the number 24 there, and a lot of the other smaller sponsors here, as well as on the B post. They're not really worth mentioning because I don't know if any of them still sponsor Hendrick Motorsports. But that's about it for an up-close look at this car. Here's a final 360 look at this car before I put it in the die-cast rotation station. So here's the driver's side, here's the front, the passenger side or the right side, the back end, the top, and the bottom, which does have a fair amount of detailing. It is white plastic and the car is riveted together with 2 rivets. The Goodyear tires are plastic, I forgot to mention that. They are not rubber, and there are no opening parts. The wheels do roll, and that's about it for this diecast. So I hope you enjoyed watching this little video. I hope you like the throwback effect for the camcorder on my camera. I'm not always going to use this, just when I talk about an older car, I think. And I may never use this again. I just kind of thought I'd try it out, see how well it worked or how well it doesn't work, and we'll go from there. So thank you very much for watching this third diecast showcase. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my favorite Jeff Gordon AARP paint scheme and reminiscing about how the cars used to look in 2011. They are so vastly different now. And in an upcoming diecast showcase, I will probably compare this car to the 2015 counterpart, just to kind of compare the differences of how far along NASCAR has come in just 6 or 7 years. So thank you again for watching, and here is a look at this car in the diecast rotation station with the regular camera. I'll see you in my next video.